class, how many of you have gotten a pet on a whim and struggled to give it the proper care that it needed? Today, I will be discussing with you the time that I brought my bearded dragon home. I will discuss with you how to make an informed decision that will benefit both you and your animal. I have spent the last 12 years working with and caring for bearded dragons. First, I would like to discuss my experience, then the takeaway, and then hopefully what you will take from my experience as well. Bearded dragons are complex animals that require thorough care and loving caregivers. The process of bringing home a bearded dragon is very time-consuming and exciting, and is definitely worth the effort put in. Before I brought home my bearded dragon, I spent the first 2 weeks just researching bearded dragons and their care and everything that they need to have a happy life. Once I felt ready, I decided to go to PetSmart to pick up his setup. While I was there was only one bearded dragon in the display case, and he was alone, and he was also marked down, and I decided right then and there that I would take him home with me. So after I got home and set up his tank and his lighting, I put him in, and I left him alone for about a week. This week is very important because it allows your animal to settle into its new environment. However, you have to provide its necessities, including food and water, throughout that week. After that week is over, then you're very happy and allowed to bond with your animal. After this process, I learned some important aspects. This taught me a few lessons. The first is I learned to plan ahead and how important it is to do so. I also learned proper bearded dragon care. I also learned how to provide a proper environment for bearded dragons. I also learned that proper preparation is always needed, especially when it relates to animals. From learning and discussing these lessons, I hope that you learn from my experience. I hope that you take the following. Always research prior to bringing home an animal. Know your animal's needs ahead of time. And try your best to not unexpectedly bring home an animal, especially if you have not done your research ahead of time. Today, I have discussed with you about my experience of bringing home my kind and loving bearded dragon. I have conversed with you about my experience, about what I learned from my experience, and what I hope that you learn from it as well. Next time you purchase or rescue another animal, please think it over and research it ahead of time.